Street after street, the promise of progress is seen and heard. But as homes are rebuilt and remodeled more than a year after the Marshall Fire, that progress isn't the same for everyone.
I felt very confused.
A remodel sits unfinished at this Louisville home long after it was damaged by smoke. The people doing the work now aren't the ones who were initially paid to do it. In the fall of 2022, CR Contracting came in to remodel the kitchen and bathroom.
And so I really felt like I'd won the lottery.
Ready? Yes, ma'am.
I felt like our luck was changing and I was so excited, and this was supposed to be like this good thing, this good thing after a really hard year.
The pair paid CR Contracting more than $175,000. They don't know where the money went.
Correct. I paid them 95% of the total project. It felt like a trauma all over again.
Now, they don't even want to show their faces for fear of becoming victims again.
For once, nobody's complaining about the noise we're making.
The owner of CR Contracting, Bob Blanke, talked to us last year when he switched up his business model to do more work for people impacted by the Marshall Fire. The problems began when the excavation work ended and Bob started doing remodels again in the summer. A dozen homeowners in Boulder and Broomfield counties told us they later found out money they paid to Bob never went to workers he hired.
There's too many emotions right now. I'm mad as hell,
David, Jared, and Lance were all hired by CR Contracting to do different jobs at this Louisville home and about a dozen others in the area.
Paint, flooring, framing, drywall. Cool. We were supposed to do the tile, but didn't get paid, so we didn't come back. Amount I have invoiced right now is $22,500.
Right now, we're at a little over $15,000 for what's owed on the roof.
The balance is right around $40,000.
Tens of thousands of dollars these subcontractors say Bob Blanke owes them. Broomfield police say he owes more than $200,000 to 19 victims.
Yeah, we feel very vulnerable.
The trauma didn't end with an unfinished project. Homeowners learned subcontractors weren't paid when the workers sent notices to them saying they might put a lien on their home.
I mean, this is the type of thing that can affect people financially for years.
By staying anonymous, this couple hopes they can avoid more subcontractors using their home as collateral.
And so we are now looking like the bad guys because we are trying to protect ourselves. In the same token, we are trying to protect them. And hoping that these liens help trigger a chain reaction for more people to show their faces, for more people like us to come forward, because I think the story should be told.
At the tone, please record your message.
Bob hasn't responded to the multiple ways we've reached out. Hi, this is Katie.
Oh, hi, Katie. Bob had mentioned that you had wanted to talk to me about.
But his bankruptcy and debt negotiation lawyer, David Serafin, gave us a call.
Bob wanted me to mention that he's not trying to avoid anybody. He's not trying to run from anybody. He's trying to make everything right. He's trying to get everybody paid.
In a letter sent to us from his lawyer, Bob wrote that he's sorry and that construction is a tough business that has become impossible to execute successfully. He added he plans to liquidate assets and partially settle accounts. These homeowners paid him this money to go into places. Like, where did it go if it didn't go toward their projects or to the subcontractors?
Right, and I can't comment on that. But I can say that this person, Mr. Blanke, is not a person who, lives a lavish life.
I want to ask Bob where his integrity is.
As these homeowners go into debt, they wonder about what could have been.
We were easy new customers to say yes and to believe in the promise of what he could offer.
Progress stopped by a broken promise.
I felt like this was our investment in taking care of ourselves, and they were not able to follow through on that, and that is what I feel most devastated by.
Katie Eastman, 9 News.
Katie talked to some subcontractors who offered a pretty easy way to protect yourself in similar situations. Ask the people doing the work in your house if they're getting paid. Don't just trust that the general contractor is doing it, because there were issues for several months before the homeowners that we talked to had any idea that something was wrong. Bob Blanke's attorney said that he has advised him to file for Chapter 13 bankruptcy and pay back what he can through that process.